Good morning, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadine Spirit of the Most Citizen. I am the Dire Spirit which is. My people, it was another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and all the white man's fee. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you re enslaved the African American, the Latinos, etc.? All in all, it was a very good day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Unfortunately, or fortunately, there is nothing particularly interesting that I should bring to your attention as it relates to my protest. And as you know, when I have protested and when I have updated you as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring to you something from the word of the Most High God. We are still in the book of Revelation. And my people, we have been on a very dramatic ride. And this ride is going to get even more intense. So, what I would like for you to do is to get your notepads and pay close attention to the things we are going to deal with in Revelation chapter 13. And today, we are only going to deal with Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. But in Revelation chapter 13, verse 1, there are so many things to unpack. Things that are going to blow your mind. Revelation chapter 13 is a chapter in the Bible that has the most twists, turns, and the unveiling of very serious and pertinent information. So, without wasting any more time, let us start by reading Revelation chapter 13, and then we are going to break it down. And I stood up on the sand of the shore, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the word blasphemy. First, let me get this out of the way. A beast coming out of the sea represents the birth of a new nation, and we are going to cover this as we go forward in this lesson. And a beast coming out of the earth represents an extension of an already existing nation. So let us do some comparison here. If you can remember very clearly, when we dealt with Revelation chapter 12, in Revelation chapter 12, verse 3, we notice something here that the great red dragon, that Revelation chapter 12, verse 9, identify as Satan, the old serpent, he had some of the same characteristics of the beast that we saw coming out of the sea. Remember, if you can remember clearly, the dragons had 7 heads and 10 horns. So what we have to come to the conclusion here is that the physical makeup and the physical appearance of the dragon and the beast that came out of the sea are similar. They are not the same, they are similar. In Revelation chapter 12, Satan was referred to as a great red dragon. Therefore, he was given a color. Unlike this beast, no color was associated with this beast. But there was a particular difference in the jewelry that the dragon and the beast wore. On the dragon's horns, there were 10 crowns, but on the beast's head, there were 7 crowns. This is a very major difference. If you notice something here, the similar in appearance represent genetic similarity, like a father and son. When a father have a son, what you find happening is the son normally turn out to have a similar appearance to the father. And this is accounted for, they have similar dreams. And because the dragon represents Satan, the devil, the deceiver, The beast is the son of the dragon, which is the Caucasian nation. So one of the questions we are forced to answer here is, what does the 7 heads and the 10 horns on the beast represent? In order to find clarity of this, we have to jump forward into Revelation a little. We have to go to Revelation chapter 17. And in Revelation chapter 17, it spoke about a great whore that sits upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication. But the inhabitants of the earth were made to drink of the wine of fornication. So what are we saying here? While the kings of the earth volunteer for whatever reason to commit fornication with this woman, the other inhabitants were forced to participate in the fornication of the woman. And John said he saw the woman sitting on a scarlet colored beast. Remember, the dragon is not human, the dragon is a beast. And according to Revelation chapter 12, verse 3, the dragon was red and scarlet are the same color. It was referred to as the beast that came out of the bottomless pit. And if you remember very well, the bottomless pit had great steam and smoke like a furnace coming out of it. It is not somewhere that mortals can live and survive in. The angel that were exposing John to these revelations told John that he is going to tell him the mystery of the woman and the beast that carry her. The 7 heads are 7 mountains which the lady sat on. 7 kings. And we know kings don't rule over countries. Kings rule over nation, people, kindreds. If you remember well, King Saul, King David, and King Solomon, they ruled over the Israelite nation. And the Israelites were all descendants from one man, Jacob. Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon. He ruled over the Babylonian people. The Babylonian people were all one nation, one kindred, one people. For example, in Old Testament time, the Edomites, they were the son of Esau. They never put an Edomite to rule over them. They will go out of their country and hire a foreigner, bring him back to Edom, and have that foreigner rule over the Edomites. It is not until the Edomites change their names to the Caucasians that they start appointing their own people to rule over them. The 10 horns are 10 kings that have not been given their kingdom. That means these are 10 special grouping of people that were qualified to be a nation, but they have not reached that stage of nationhood, but they are still associated with one of the dominant 7 nations. Let me give you an example of this. The American native people, who we call the American Indians, they were all Israelites. But they left Israel many millenniums ago. They have changed in their appearance. They have developed new culture, new languages, and new appearances. And therefore, they have now mushroomed or metamorphosis into a nation of their own. So the American native people, although they started out as Israelites, they have now become a nation of their own, different from the Israelites, and they are called the Awakians or the Awakis. Revelation chapter 17 says that the 7 horns are 7 mountains that the lady sit on, and we know the mountains are kings, right? So the lady sitting on the 7 mountains means that she went in and she conquered those 7 kings, and now they are under her control. That is why she sits on them. Let me make it clear here. The beast of Revelation chapter 13:1 that came out of the sea, and the woman in Revelation chapter 17 are one and the same. Both represents the Caucasian nation in their different capacity. The beast represents the Caucasian nation as a conqueror, and the woman represents the Caucasian nation as a corrupter. So when they conquer, then they corrupt you and they turn you into enemies of the Most High God. Let us not forget that the Caucasian nation have conquered every nation of the world, and they still maintain their hold over every nation today. Take a look at what is happening in the Middle East. How Israel is strong-handing Palestine, Iraq, and Iran. They control all of the resources of every nation on the earth. If you remember in Revelation chapter 1 and Revelation chapter 2, when we speak about the churches, we come to the conclusion that the churches are not really churches, but the churches are 7 nations that are the descendants of Noah that inhabits the earth. We also conclude that there are 8 nations on the earth. 7 from the sons of Noah. And the Caucasians made the 8th nation, which are the sons of Lucifer. And if you can remember well, the 7 nations that derive from the sons of Noah are the African, the Indian, the Asians, the Polynesians, the Arawakians, the Israelites, and the Arab nation. And the Caucasian nation makes it according to Revelation chapter 17. The beast represents the 8th nation on the earth. So like this video, share this video, leave a comment on this video, let me know what are your thoughts about what we have discussed. I'd like for you to like or subscribe based on where you are viewing this video from. And remember, there are many more videos like this right here. Go down, peruse those videos, and let me know what are your thoughts about those videos. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the Diaspora Machismo. I will talk to you on Wednesday.